What you are about to hear is part of the Podgods Network. If you have a problem with anything you hear, please write it in an email and go fuck yourself. Enjoy the show!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Atheist Agenda. This is our Thanksgiving show, and we are going to discover the history and traditions of one of, I would think, I guess, one of my favorite holidays. And but it's one of my favorite holidays, not for, I think, a general reason, and I think most people agree with me. Anyway. I have a bunch of stuff to do today. I don't know if this could be a short show, a long show. I have no idea. Today is 11/26/2013, and we are talking about Thanksgiving shit. And what do you do at this Thanksgiving? I'm not doing too much of anything. I'm eating a lot of shit, I can tell you that. But anyway. Just before we get into it, I've got a bunch of stuff, man. You know, I mean, I started looking across the web, you know, for a lot of things. And, of course, I've got a lot of emails and this, that, and the other. And I'm trying to sort of, you know, put myself in a kind of, I don't know, kind of a organizational pattern here. So what I want to do is I want to get a little bit of news out of the way first. I had a wonderful email talking about how the Bible, you know, especially Leviticus, says that, you know, it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, or something like that. Not sure, but it's in the Bible in Leviticus that you can't be fucking two guys, can't be doing it and living together and having offspring and shit. Anyway, I got one of those. And so I'll go into Leviticus. I want to go into Leviticus. I'm meaning to go into Leviticus. But I will get into that. And then we have a little Kid Rock at the end to get rid of our Thanksgiving Day special. I couldn't really find a good show or a good, you know, a good, you know, any kind of a song or anything to end the show that had anything to do with Thanksgiving. I was looking at Rodney Carrington with, you know, deer penis and titties and beer. But, yeah, I don't know if that's appropriate or not. However, on the news today, and again, I'm just biting off a couple of things for the express, you know, conversation of just through atheism for the most part. And there's a lot more than this, but I thought it was interesting. Fox News, which managed not to stifle this this story, which is amazing to me. And yes, I do listen to Fox News, those fucking, those motherfuckers. Anyway, I listen to them, and I read their stuff because I usually like to laugh. I like to have a good time. And I usually read or watch something on Fox News and just laugh at their absolute stupidity for an hour, usually, for the most part. So, what they wrote today was organization promoting religious freedom plans to deploy atheist billboards. This is from Fox News. And they say, calling a lack of Christmas cheer, an organization that promotes the separation of church and state plans to deploy more than 50 billboards in the Sacramento, California area to highlight atheists who are ignoring religion and the December holidays' spirituality. Now, this message, and I love these people. You know, if you don't have a chance, if you haven't had a chance to go Google Freedom for Religion Foundation, and they have some great stuff in there. Donate to them guys. You know, I mean, you can donate as little as $1 or as much as you want. You know, but they're really doing some great things out in Madison, Wisconsin, and it's called the Freedom from Religion Foundation. And they want to encourage non-believers to come out of the closet and be open about their atheism. The problem with, Thanksgiving and well, not so much Thanksgiving, especially December, Christmas times, not everybody's ready to turn their back on religion during the holiday season for some reason, which I don't understand because Christmas and Thanksgiving has fucking nothing to do with Christianity. And I don't know where they get this shit from, but, Christians have claimed the days for their own, and what are you going to do? The funny thing is that this lady Gaynor, her name is Lori Gaynor, the whole month, it says, and I quote, the whole month of December is taken over to celebration of the religious beliefs, in particular Christianity. And it's just as if the whole month turns non-believers into outsiders. The group sought out Sacramento area members to share their points of view about being non-believers, and the response was so positive that the organization had a contact with a second billboard company to meet the demand. Personally, I believe in people, not gods. Integrity and compassion require no gods. The campaign, the cost of which Gator declined to disclose, is set to run through the holidays. And she quotes that we are a free society and it's a free marketplace of ideas. Gator said it should be debated publicly. What's wrong with open debate? Let me tell you something, Miss Gator. What's a problem with debate is because Christians don't like to debate because they lose every fucking time. They never win. I mean, the minute that you start saying, well, I believe in God, why don't you? Well, tell me why you believe in God. They've lost right there. So that's why there's no open debates, and that's why even if you hear people that are so much behind Christianity that debate non-Christians and philosophers and things like that, they just sound like fucking idiots. So, that's why she does it. That's why Christians do not want to debate. And good for that organization. That organization is doing a lot of work, especially in Madison, Wisconsin. And, they're spreading the word. They're putting billboards everywhere. And they're trying to advertise that atheism is okay. It's not a bad thing. And come out, support them. And if you can, like I said, their website is cffrf.org, or you could just Google Freedom from Religion Foundation, and it's a great organization, and they do wonderful things, and they don't, even the people that run it, I don't even think they take a salary. Everything goes, it's not like your typical pastor that, depending on the congregational size of his church, he could be riding around in a Mercedes-Benz. I mean, these people don't do that kind of shit. So, I really like them. They're a good organization, and if you have a chance, check it out. They have a whole bunch of stuff on there if you want to become a member, what they're doing legally, how they're challenging different things every day, suing people for putting religion where it shouldn't be. I mean, it's great. They're fantastic. So check them out. One of the things that I found is a Supreme Court actually agreed to hear Hobby Lobby's contraceptive case. I don't know, man. Do non-profit corporations have religious rights? I don't know. I don't know. Justice will consider the cases of Hobby Lobby, which won, a Constego Wood Specialties, which lost. I mean, the thing about the Supreme Court is the Supreme Court has agreed to hear appeals by Hobby Lobby, and an evangelical-owned craft chain, which won in the 10th Circuit, and Conestoga Wood Specialties, a Mennonite-owned woodworking company, which lost in the 3rd Circuit. So I don't know how Hobby Lobby fucking won. I don't know. Hobby Lobby explained in a statement that its green family growers have no moral objection to providing 16 of the 20 FDA-approved contraceptives required under the HHS mandate, and do so at no additional cost to employees under their self-insured health plan. My family and I are encouraged that the U.S. Supreme Court has agreed to decide our case. Southern Baptist leader Russell Moore labeled the decision the most important religious liberty question in recent years. In a press release for the Ethics and Religious Liberty Commission, he writes, "We cannot accept the theology lesson that the government has sought to teach us, that religion is merely a matter of what happens during the scheduled times of our services and is left there in the foyer during the rest of the week." This motherfucker. Okay, I didn't write that, but anyway. Our religious convictions are reduced to mere opinions. We hide in our heart and in our hymns. Our religious convictions inform the way we live. I pray the Supreme Court recognizes that what the founders of this country saw, oh my God, man, I swear, the fucking founders of this country, 3/4 of them were deists, you stupid fuck. Sorry. I shouldn't intercede, should I? I shouldn't, man, never mind. He says, I pray the Supreme Court recognizes what the founders of this country saw, that religious liberty isn't a gift handed to us by Uncle Caesar. Religious liberty is given us by God and is inalienable. Let's pray for the justices as they think through this monumentally important case. Now, what's interesting is, after more than 80 lawsuits from hundreds of concerned Christian groups, among other plaintiffs, today the U.S. Supreme Court is finally poised to pick one of the many challenges to the Affordable Care Act's contraceptive mandate. Oh, God. I mean, smart money says that justices will choose Hobby Lobby's high-profile challenge to the mandate's requirement that employers provide employees with emergency contraceptives that many evangelicals consider to be abortionists. God, did I even say that right? Consider to be abortionists. Abortionists. In other words, many evangelicals considered some of this shit to cause abortions. So they don't want to cover it. Oh, Lord. They also previously reported the core question at stake, whether for-profit companies have religious rights via the court's extension of corporate personhood in Citizens United. Religious cause Howard Freeman told CT that this is one of the most difficult legal questions I've seen. Appeals courts have disagreed on whether for-profit corporations with religious owners are allowed free exercise religion under the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. However, the 7th Circuit and 10th Court have said yes, but the 6th Court and 3rd Court have said no. So, I don't know. Most legal action has been on the for-profit side, 43 cases and counting, where out of 38 lawsuits decided on the merits of their complaints, 32 have secured temporary bans against the mandate's enforcement, and 6 have been denied, according to a helpful scorecard kept by the Beckett Religious Funds Liberty Union. Wow. Well, they can come up with some fucking names, can't they? That's amazing. So anyway, again, Hobby Lobby sitting around saying that what you can and cannot do with your body, and that's what it is. They do not want to, if you're under their insurance, to be able to have to cover any kind of, pill that might stop abortion or contraceptives. They'd rather not even cover that. So, I mean, I don't even know what they're doing. It's like, They're taking their beliefs and they're spreading them upon their employees. And that's exactly it. That's all they're doing. Because they're fuckheads. God, and I like Hobby Lobby, too. That's what sucks, man. I do. I like Hobby Lobby. So, anyway. Anyway, that's some of it. Oh, and then in Israel, there's a lady that's, and I don't have the story here in front of me, there's a lady in Israel that decided that she did not want to have her son circumcised because she says he's as perfect the way he is, and of course a religious court is fining her $142 a day until she gets his dick cut. So, I mean, of course that's in another country, and we have to expect in other countries they're fucking idiots. So, I mean, what do you know? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get back on to the things banned in Leviticus. I had a wonderful little email that I think, because I laughed through the whole fucking thing, that basically said that, Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, man should not lay with another man. Says so in the Bible, you fucker. Says so in the Bible, therefore it's true. Okay. Well, there's a whole lot of other shit in Leviticus that you can't do. So, this guy's name was Derek. Derek, if you're going to follow that, you got to follow all of them. Okay? And I'm going to explain to you what it says in Leviticus, and I'm going to give you chapter and verse and everything